In the entire United States history, there have been a total of 19 government shutdowns, including our most recent one. The recent government shutdown currently has the potential to affect everyone here in the United States. Even though I am not a politician or an expert in economics, I do currently have a family member who is being affected by this recent government shutdown. So today I will be talking about the central cause of the government shutdown, the solution to ending it, and the effects that this will have on our economy. First, let's talk about the cause of the shutdown. There is more than one cause to the shutdown, but the main one being is that we wanted to fund the Deferred Action of Childhood Arrivals, or more commonly known as DACA. DACA serves as a relief program for those who are illegal here in the United States. DACA gives young undocumented immigrants 1. Protection from deportation, and 2. A work permit. Now, the reason this is the main cause of the shutdown is due to Trump announcing back in September that he would be ending this program on March 5th. Now, this news angered many Democrats, for they have been pushing for a permanent legislative fix to protect these young immigrants. However, when the January midnight deadline came along, neither the House or Senate could come into an agreement to put this program into the government funding, which put us into another government shutdown. After all, many of these immigrants who are protected by this program have a chance to better our future and better our country. Now that we've talked about the cause to the shutdown, we will now talk about the solution to the ending of this event. The solution has actually come here recently, on February 9th, 2018, when President Trump signed the budget deal. A budget deal is a deal which makes investments into various things such as newer facilities, the fight against drugs, natural disasters, and so many more programs. The budget deal is a crucial part to the United States, for it sets limits to what can be spent and how much can be spent, which also traces back to the reasons as to why we had the government shutdown. But it was resolved when Trump signed a $300 billion budget deal that increased the disaster relief to up to $90 billion. To sum it up, there's a lot of money that goes into this budget deal, and some of which the money they'll be getting from is probably the money you're being taxed for. Now that we talked about the cause to the recent government shutdown and the solution, we will now be talking about the effects that this will have on our economy. Whether most has realized it or not, the biggest impact of this government shutdown is going to be on our economy. Now, there will be two types of effects on our economy: short-term and long-term. Short-term effects is that we will lose about $2 billion a day as long as the shutdown persists. Now, this includes day-to-day operations such as Department of the Treasury, Environmental Protection Agency, Library of Congress, and so many more governmental funded jobs. The long-term effect solely depends on how long the shutdown will last. Since most employees are not being paid, they don't have any money to spend. And when you don't have any money to spend, it makes up a large portion of our economic activity. And when you lose a lot of economic activity, it will soon become to show up in the wallets of the Americans. In conclusion, the government shutdown has passed, but the aftermath will come to surface as each day passes. Our recent government shutdown had a central cause for it, solution to ending it, and an effect to our economy. We have had a total of 19 shutdowns, some of which have had negative impacts on our future, but by working together to come to an agreement, we can stop this from happening in our future.